guys, it's Zero Compute here, and today we're going to talk about my first crush! Oh boy. Now, I've always crushed since I was birthed. Just kidding. Ever since middle school. And I've always been so involved with romance, and I was just really that lovey-dovey kind of girl. I just loved relationships. It looked beautiful from the surface. It was so romantic and so beautiful. Wrong! Well, wrong to some extent, especially with my first crush. Now, this is back in middle school, where middle schoolers do real stupid things, and that was around when I started drawing My Little Pony and, drawing in general and stuff and whatever. So, he was one of those, popular kind of kids, and overall, he was just really cute, and I was like, oh my god, this is probably my first crush. Oh my god, I love Gilbert. So, it was really stupid, and, just thinking about it now, it's like, why? So, with this Gilbert guy, I was drawing pictures of him, I was writing a diary with him. Of course, it's... a lot of people think that's, crazy and creepy, but a lot of other people will say otherwise, and I don't know what to believe, but aside from that, as my days went on, I just continuously looked from afar because I was kind of shy, so I was a very quiet kind of kid who just didn't want to be, a bother to other people and be, a distraction and be loud, while Gilbert was just this loud, jock kind of guy who was, by the way, I think he was in football too, and he did, other kinds of sports, but mostly football. Gilbert, he happened to find out that I did have a crush on him, and I was like, oh goody, what a good day for me, but at the same time, I was also freaking out. When Gilbert found out about my crush over him, he decided to tease me about it. I would be walking around and, at recess, and usually at our school, we had, a pavement that we would just, walk around and do nothing and whatever, but we would be walking around that, and he'd be like, oh, hey, Compute, you looking nice. I'm like, thank you? At the time, I was really confused, but, holy moly, this boy. And he's like, oh, I like you, I like your clothing. And he just, he kept, making, quotes, and it was just, it was very confusing, because it was, did he like me, or did he like me not? And it was just, I'm pulling petals here, I don't even know. So, I was really trying to, keep my composure. I was just trying to, talk to him. I was like, what do you mean, Gilbert? What you talking about? And Gilbert was just chatting along with his friends after, and he just, ignored me then. So, at the time, Gilbert was just giving me mixed emotions, and I've heard that was, a popular kind of, dating technique, but, it's kind of annoying when you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, okay, I don't know if you like me or not, but I'm just gonna go this way, because Gilbert, as he, continued, doing all that, he just messed with my emotions, and I was like, should I even like him anymore? Because he was just, really strange, and I don't know, it was pretty strange at the time, and Gilbert, he tried to keep ignoring me, and then he tried to keep talking with me, and then ignoring me, and then talking to me, and ignoring, and talking, and ignoring, and talking, and it was just a cycle back then. And sometimes when I went to lunch, and he would just be, sitting there with his friends, I would, sit down with him, and I'll be like, oh, hey, Gilbert, what you doing? And he just ignored me. And then after, he's like, oh, hey, Compute, what you doing here? I'm like, just talking, and then at the time I was like, well, this guy's kind of weird. So after he kept exposing me for liking him and doing all of this, I decided, alright, I don't think I should like this guy anymore. He's just being mean at this point. And at one point I was like, aside from that, maybe, just maybe, I could ask him to the dance. Because in middle school, you also have, like, a dance besides, like, having prom in high school and whatever. But I decided, you know what, why not? Let's go to the dance with him, and let's see what happens. So we were walking in the recess, and we were just, like, everyone was talking with each other and whatever. So I went up to him, and I asked him, I said, alright, Gilbert, I was wondering if, you would go to the dance with me. And at the time, I just thought he would maybe said yes, and, you know, just for the joke of it, just, like, at least come with me. But Gilbert straight up just said no. And Gilbert laughed, turned around, and walked away. Little old Capute was not feeling it then. And Gilbert was just as happy as he can be. You know what, girls? Let me tell you this. For all my women and men and anyone who's dealt with rejection, it may be hard. But trust me, later on, you are going to experience so much more and so much better than someone who just laughs in your face and rejects you. And thinking about it today, Gilbert is just a bully. He just, I don't even see him at school anymore. And he seems like he's just not there anymore, and he's just, I don't even know. Maybe he dropped out and just left, or maybe he moved to another school, but when people do that to you, karma does get to them at one point, is what I like to believe. But aside from that, that's just the moral of the story. But also, if someone rejects you, something better should happen. Like later on. Something always is gonna happen. Whether or not it's new friends, or another person decides to ask you out, or someone starts liking you, or a job opportunity maybe a while later, just nothing stays bad. There's always going to be something even just a little thing could happen. Like, maybe someone holds the door for you one day, and you're just like, wow, you know, like, sometimes you don't even notice, but when they did it, and you're like, you just notice, you're like, wow, I guess I do have something better for me, you know? Just don't look at the darkness too long. You gotta bring a flashlight, you know? But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry this was a little ramble or whatever. Maybe next time I'll talk about my current crush or other garbage that I have in my mind, but for now, I really wanted to make this kind of video, because I've been thinking about it for a while, and, you know, some people have inspired me to make videos, so hopefully you guys enjoyed, and leave a like and subscribe, and I really hope that if any of y'all have experienced something like this, or something even similar, or you have a current crush and you don't know what to do, comment below, please. I am very curious, and I may answer your comments, because if I'm not busy. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, and I hope you guys have a super duper good day. Goodbye!